Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Been a while, but we're back with Victoria 2. I do love the soundtrack to this game. Nothing better than violins, I say. Well, without any further ado, let us finally begin this next leg of my mega campaign. So, I have been playing for 1 month so far, since December 1st. The reason for this is related to kinks in the system, sometimes taking a day or a month to work out. It kind of depends on, Paradox games are a little weird that way, and they sometimes take their time. So Rome has been divided by civil war. And you might be asking, well, why did all this happen? I came up with a really awesome story for it, as you guys saw, I'm sure, in the intro. And above all, I found having Rome in my sphere of influence was ridiculously overpowered. It's like having China in my sphere of influence. They have like 20 million, they're civilized. I mean, good God, just having Rome in my sphere of influence was too powerful, so I did what China had done to it in A House Divided. Rome has a series of substates. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know why that flag is that. Some glitches. But you'll notice that they're all substates of the Roman Empire, or Rome. And yeah, so that's going to make it interesting. Rome can slowly re-annex them over time, by gaining 200 relations with them. They'll have negative 200 relations with Rome, and I will be getting a series of events that will allow me to increase Rome's relations with them if I make the right options. Usually it'll be a choice between increasing the relations with one nation or the other, or one sub-state or the other. And I will be playing a dangerous game of trying to get Rome reunified. So that's pretty much where that will stand, and it's going to be quite the tricky bit of diplomacy. And I will have to watch when I click on the events. So, with that pretty much explained what's going to be happening here, I really kind of feel bad about some of these. Spain should probably be renamed to the Caliphal faction or whatever. Granada should be renamed Andalusia, but I'll get to it. So, here's what I've been spending my national foci points on. Colonization, 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 colonization. And we've got encourage crafts. We should have encouraged craftsmen in the Giza region. No, we don't want encourage capitalists there. Hang on here. Let's go to my population statistics. Nigel region. We also want to encourage craftsmen here. And we don't need railroads there, that's fine. Alright, so Nigel is here, right? Yeah. As I expected. The first thing on the agenda, I think, is building factories. And we're actually going to take out some loans to do that. I can do that. I have a lot of money in my national bank, as you can see. Lots of money in my national bank. It's fine. I'm not taking money from other countries, so it's all good. But either way, this gives me the ability to start opening a pile of factories right off the bat. Let's see. They don't have that, but let's take a look at my top exports and imports. One of my biggest imports is liquor, and one of my biggest exports is grain. So a liquor distillery would be amazing, and I always like to pair liquor distilleries with glass factories. I think the two make for a good combination. Yes. Glass factory. And now we need to go to Alexandria. The city of World's Desire. First off, we need a steamer shipyard. I know they're shitty as fuck in terms of, profitability, but it's Alexandria. We have to have the shipyard. If we don't have the shipyard, it's not Alexandria. Dems to breaks. We'll also probably get a liquor distillery. And a glass factory. Do we want anything else? Anything at all? Oh yes, we'll want a machine parts factory, but that's not discovered quite yet. But let's unpause the game. Oof. What's my interest rate? Just 162? Yeah, we can bear that. Tax the poor. Into space. This is gonna net me way too much money, isn't it? Whoa. Don't be intimidated by the large downward spiral of spending. That's fine. It's related to my national stockpile and buying all the materials required for building such a factory. Yeah, alright, so we should be able to repay a good chunk of the loan there. Yeah, there we go. Got most of the loan repaid. Full citizenship. We are actually having an election right now. Should probably just wait a little and build up some spare cash before I start trying to repay those loans. Women's suffrage movement. Great wars. God help us all. Growing national pride in countries around the world has reached a point where people will not accept anything less than total victory when great powers clash. From now on, any conflict with at least two great powers on each side will be regarded as a great war. That's because I start with a technology. Let's go into my technologies. I happen to start with revolution and counter-revolution because I had one of the most advanced government techs coming out of EU3. So, one of the things that lets me discover is Great Wars. So, at any point in time, we're going to probably see quite a few world wars, possibly, or Great Wars. Protectionism. Yeah, our trade needs to be protected. I don't like free trade. And can we pay the loan now? There we are. Wow, the national banks already managed to lose 20 million. Christ, who the hell are they lending to? Collectivism. Secularization. Hierarchical order. So the things that I had a problem with is when I went in here, I gave myself the correct, and I got the correct technologies from the, from the, what do you call it? Converter. Diamonds. But I didn't get any of the discoveries. The factory in Northern States has become the target of a mild, but costly sabotage campaign during the past few weeks, and local management suspects that a no-socialist agitator... Hey, paradox, I found a spelling mistake. I believe it's supposed to be a known socialist agitator in the areas responsible for this development. As the gentleman in question is known by management to have taken the issue with the decision they recently took regarding company internal division of labor. There's a lot less rich people. that tends to be the way I work that. If there's, I usually piss off the rich because there's a lot less of them. State capitalism. We need them. Scientists in our country have discovered atheism. Diamond fever. Yeah, we're getting lots of diamonds. So, we're gonna need some navy. Steam transport, 2, 3, 4, 6. I'm not particularly worried about a gunboating navy. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, whoops, 18, 19, 20. Like I said, I'm not particularly worried about getting like a navy that's great for gunboating. Are we actually building these? Yeah, they need steamer convoys, which no one has. Without a factory for them, then they can't be produced. Constitutionalism. Gain de l'air. Gods, guns, and men. Religion is not a political issue. Let's see. Wait, Alexandria, how are your factories coming? Good. Good. Get those factories up and running. Full citizenship always. Separatism and nationalism, rebel or nationalist rebel organization. Always let them have full order of action. Okay, I have an acquired state possibly on Persia. Good to know. Holy crap. These capitalists are just like, let's build lots of useless factories. I don't subsidize military. I will never subsidize military-based factories. Because they suck. Okay. So the elections are finished. And the imperial and religious faction got 55% of the votes. So they team up and form the coalition with the imperial faction as the head. Some of the votes are actually finishing. Secret police. In other words, good. Less rebels. Yeah, how are they coming along? Well, I guess somehow they're getting steamer convoys. I don't really know how. Oh, because there was some on the world market originally. That's how, isn't it? Yeah, I just took all the steamer convoys on the world market that start on the world market. And I built a navy out of them. Have I learned machine parts yet? I wasn't really paying attention to what I've been researching. Or what I've been discovering, I should say. Still no machine parts factory. What is it that I needed again? Well, we've just got medicine, that's good. Interchangeable parts, we need machine tools. So, let's see. Well, we have a lot of precious metal mines. But, at the same time... Yeah, I don't even want to touch Navy tech. I'm under avant-garde intelligentista, so... I wish there was one for culture and industry that just screwed all the others, because that's pretty much what mine is. Oh, hey, wow. Yeah, we're slowly getting there, I guess. Yeah, alright. So, looks like we managed to get that. The upper house has been rearranged, and we're just more reactionary and conservative now. As we get more and more cores. That's never a bad thing, but... Yes, message to the fleet to gather in Alexandria. There we are, yeah. 18, and then we have 19 and 20 here. Perfect. We carry 18 weight. Which we will have very soon, I hope. There we go. I have no idea what all these sounds in the background are. I think that's like railroads finishing or something. Or factories, maybe. I honestly have no idea. I'm sorry. Never takes much for a factory like that to just quickly fill up. especially with encouraged craftsmen, so I'm just gonna fill up real quick. Okay, well, if you're someone who's decided to start fabricating war justifications already, Zaya on Tibet. Speaking of which, how's my influence doing? Nothing really problematic. Speaking of which, I should add you to a priority. Should add everyone who's in my sphere to top priority. Because if I ever actually have to use, you know, political influence there, then probably be a good idea. Yeah, we should have 20 weight soon. Yeah, see, that's only 6 weight, because each and every one of these guys is like 1/3 of a weight or whatever. Each 1,000 troops. Each division is 3,000, as you can see, as opposed to 1,000 like in EU3. Zayan liberation of Hunan against Qin. Alright. Good luck, I ain't actually gonna help you. I don't have the ability to help you, really. Personality piss poor. Wow. That's a personality, apparently. Seriously, when the hell can we start building a machine parts factory? Yeah, can we just destroy that factory? Sure. I'll usually help out the capitalists here and there, but you know, it's not easy. Sometimes they're gonna make really stupid decisions, and I just have to let them fail. Military products, there's always enough to go around. Standardized small arms, rationalism, individualism. I mean, all these technologies all have these sort of effects. Okay, I don't even... That's broken, by the way. To give you an example, I'll go over it in a bit. I'm sure there's a lot of people here who still don't know how to play Victoria 2. And you know what? Let's go over some of that right off the bat. Production here, well, you've already seen me build factories. I can show empty spaces, but I tend not to. The point of just building factories is you create industry and generate money, as well as an industrial score. I am the world's greatest industrial power right now. So, yeah, that's always good. World's greatest industrial power right here. Budgeting, which just lets me set my tax rate on each, you know, strata of poor, middle, and rich, and my spending, which should always be at full. And tariffs are complicated. Tariffs, they don't do what they do in real life, and they don't work properly. They can be used, but it's never recommended, unless you really know what you're doing. Machine tools. Have invented early railroad. I do not have early railroad, because it's not 1940 yet. But yeah, we need to start trying to up this. Let's see. How many research points are we sitting on? No, yeah, because we're actually researching high and low pressure steam engines, that's right. Really trying to pump through industry here. And we're more conservative and reactionary now. That's just kind of declining, ain't it? I think that's a factory, actually, when it looks like it. Alright, so here we go. We see this factory about to be done. 12 days left. 8, 7, 3, 2, 1, boom, and boom. And now, very quickly, those factories start filling up. Boom. And boom. Chemotherapy. Jigs, sure. We finished high and low pressure steam engines. This gives me the factory output tech of 2.5%. I'll explain the factory techs in a sec. Mining output and farming output should be pretty self-explanatory. Each province has either a mine or a farm in it. You know, in this case, since there's cotton in Alexandria, it's a farm, but if I were to go, I don't know, up here, iron, so it's a mine. And speaking of which, steel factories are always profitable. Always. Love me my steel. That's part of the Armenian region. Azerbaijan. Does that have iron in it? No, it doesn't. Like, I'm fine importing iron and coal for steel factories to run because it's just so profitable. In the early game, at least. It tends to even out later, but for now it's great. Terrorism. Social justice. Alright, since we just discovered something that gives us plurality of plus 5%, let's go explain pluralty. We have a plurality of 100% already because of all our discoveries and our really high starting pluralty. But as pluralty increases, it's the level of shared consciousness in the country. And this causes our average consciousness to raise, usually. And, you know, when people become more conscious, that means they are more aware of our government's actions, and generally speaking, they become more liberal and socialist. Or communist if they also have really high militancy and are socialists. I'm fine with my population getting a fairly high level of consciousness, because some of the other stuff that it affects it is literacy and, you know, other stuff, and basically I can't fight it, because I have such a high literacy rate. Now, what should I get? Ah yes, I promised to explain factory techs. There are 3 factory techs. Output efficiency, output efficiency, input efficiency, and thoughtput. Basically, every day, a factory will run a cycle. Okay? It'll buy its goods, or take from stockpile, and it will convert those goods into the product at whatever rate the factory does. So, let's take one of our factories here. Yeah. I'm not surprised that factory failed. Let's take, this one's simple. Glass factory. Yes, it demands 13.27 each day. In fact, this is the equation right there. But here, the point is, it takes the coal, and it runs through the thoughtput. The thoughtput level is effectively how much input it and how much output it has. So if you have 10% increased thoughtput, that means it'll take 10% more coal and produce 10% more glass. Simple enough. Input tech means that if you have a 5% increase to your input tech, that means it'll require 5% less coal, but it won't output any less glass. Your output tech is the reverse of that, where if you have a 5% increase to output tech, you'll output 5% more glass but require no additional inputs. So as time goes on and you unlock technologies, factories become more efficient all around. One of the things I do like to do is get this one kinda. It gives me prestige, but more so as just factory input tech that's useful. 10,000 research points. I've already got a quarter of that done. I want to wait up a little here at this point. We're getting kind of closer to. Okay, Quinn wants white peace. Let's check the situation here. They've gone to war with Wu as well, and are failing miserably. I will accept nothing less than their total surrender. I am the war leader, after all. They would not accept the offer, that's fine, I understand. But yeah. You know, I'm just negotiating on behalf of them. I'm not really part of the war. Work harder. Anyway, I'm just gonna start ignoring those peace deals. Anyway, so how's the colonization coming? Excellent, the colonizations are all almost done. That'll free up a lot of my national foci for use elsewhere. These are regions that start with a high enough, whatever you want to call it, for me to colonize life rating. As I move into it, not by speeches and votes of the majority are the great questions of time decided, but by iron and blood. Otto von Bismarck. Yes, I can give mining efficiency and population militancy, or all laborers in our region. Dig deep and greedily. Targeted profile analysis. I actually understand what a lot of this stuff is, and I'm sure a lot of people don't actually. A Bedouin nation gain. Yes, this man is clearly dangerous. He wants a free Arab nation. That crazy mother. Like hell, there's gonna be a free Arab nation. So, anyway, have we still really not discovered the machine parts tech? Yeah, we still have not. Machine tools, we need that. Bad. Machine tools are some of the most amazing things ever. That we... oh, I'm just gonna close that factory. And apparently, I need to start upgrading because already we have another 4,700 unemployed people. So, yeah. Start upgrading those. I'll upgrade them all. Industrial power. The Giza region alone gives 12. Not bad. Yeah, the upper house just keeps going more and more conservative. It's really odd. I have no idea what these sounds are. I hope it, yeah, it's gotta be railroads. Speaking of which, something else I can do. I just use that as a quick way of getting there, don't ask. I can help capitalists. For example, I want to invest in this railroad. There, I'll fund the railroad for them. There, invested. Labor unions will not turn the arms of our soldiers against citizens they exist to defend. This is truth. Colony created. Halib and... yeah. Alright, so we're getting colonies here. As we're getting a bunch of prestige for colonizing. And the last one... here we are. Hereditary genetics, already. Alrighty then. Almost there. Your life rating 15. Colonial Transvaal. Yeah, these regions are still colonial. I forget how we make it into a state. I think it is have to get the bureaucrat level high enough, and then there's a button I push somewhere. But the bureaucrat level I think is already high enough. Probably not, but I don't know. Someone remind me where that button is if there is such a button. Be greatly appreciated, but now I've freed up 4 of my national foci. So I'm making this a double episode because the first one. Let's see. Double length episode. Hooray. Interesting. What's the population here in Dumyat? Or the Dumyat region in general? 160, 220, not much, okay. Not much at all, but yeah, we have a lot in Alexandria. So many people in Alexandria. And a lot of them are migrating to the colonies too, it looks like. Big game hunting. Hunting is part of the circle of life. Let's gain a little prestige here. I do enjoy my prestige. So, how's the... Yeah, more railroads are being built. Good. You see, notice that we're not getting any machine parts. This is because we don't have... and there is no machine parts in the world at all right now. It's actually some of the saddest stuff ever. There is not a single machine part in the entire world right now. And the entire reason is we do not have machine tools. Usually Britain starts with a machine parts factory, but one of the things I noted was no one did in this situation. So there's not a single machine part left in the planet. That's how screwed we are. So much research points have we built up, seriously? 8,000? Alright, so we have enough for idealism, that's good. We mostly want to get idealism right away because research point boost. The thing that lets you get more research points is the greatest thing ever. Precision work, finally. We have the ability to build machine tools. Or machine parts. And since they require steel, that's another reason why I like steel factories. So get 2 of those right away. Man, we are piling up unemployed craftsmen here. You know what? Just to assist in everything. Railroad. Okay, we've got railroad there. Got railroad there. And okay, the capitalists are ahead of me on that. The capitalists are taking care of railroad building. They usually do. But railroads improve factories overall in the area that they exist in. Machine tools, machine parts, production output will be useful as heck. Because the second these finish, if and when they finish, that is to say. Yes, new tools in the mines. I'm really just kind of hoping that we can get a machine parts factory going. Yeah, it looks like there's a tiny bit of machine parts being produced by some artisans here and there. We're finally starting to get a couple. Manifest Destiny. To bring civilization from coast to shining coast has always been the grand mission of our great republic. The eagle spread its wings. Although that's obviously for the US of A, I can't help but find some irony. Or rather, some poeticism. Yeah, poetic. It's definitely poetic, it's not ironic. Pomerania by Curland was detected. Okay. Could really care less what the Europeans are infighting about. Looks like Carolingia's Scandinavia formed. Didn't even notice. This is their new flag, by the way, in case nobody noticed. I've replaced several of the flags in the game. That was done on the live stream, actually. So we have Britannia's new flag. Teresa's flag. There's actually an eagle on it. Palmyrena eagle. You might be able to see it now. There's one for a new flag. Oops. Traditionalism. I'll just pause this here. Oh wow, I forgot to research idealism. There is one for Eddie Alexander, and there's supposed to be one for Eddie Gondor, but I lost that one. If anyone has the link to that page from the live stream that had the flag on it, please post it in a comment or in private message or Twitter or something, because I've lost that flag now. I'm sorry. I've lost that flag. They offer us peace on the following terms. Very well. We can acquire Hunan from them. There you are, Isaiah. Just as requested. Just as requested. Perfect. Wood liberation of Qin Fangyang region. Wow. That does not look good for them. Long live the Palmyran Empire. The elections are starting. And we have idealism. Good. Citizens always deserve full citizenship. I don't care. Full citizenship always. Anyway, I'm always eager to upgrade this as well. Let's see. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. 3,600 points? Yeah. We should just get these two, finish off industry for the next decade. And we'll be well off, I think. Yes, very well off. And get some more prestige, sure. Yeah, military stuff sounds expensive. It really is. Speaking of which, how are my movements doing? The Trebizondian Liberation Movement, the Timurid Liberation Movement, Campaign for Unemployment Subsidies, Campaign for Old Age Security. What do the people want? Trinket subsidies. Alright. There is no radicalism in them. And there's pretty much no chance of anything ever becoming a rebel movement because we have so many granted reforms. Like, granted reforms minus 38. So, movements would have to get pretty big before they can actually become... Raise the tariffs, always. Even though I have no tariffs, I always want to have the option of creating tariffs. Because I actually know when to use tariffs. Seriously, people, if you don't know what you're doing with tariffs, be very careful. You can destroy your entire economy very easily with them. Especially if you're, like, laissez-faire. Hey, the glass factory's about to upgrade. Sokoto goes bankrupt. Not saying I'm surprised. And there we go. Factory's done upgrading. And almost instantly full up. And that's going to raise the industrial score again, significantly. Always full citizenship. Now you might be asking, well, why don't you fill the rest of the factories here? I will, but I want certain factories. Freedom and liberty shall not perish from this earth. Our trade must be more competition. Photo extensionalism. There are a couple factories that I will unlock down the road. I should be able to see them under technology. First one. Telephone factory. Second one. Automobile factory. And I can't remember where the third one is. Fordism, steel alloys, something. Oh yeah, electric gear factory. That's the third one. Electric gear factory. Those are the three more I want to put in Alexandria, so I can only have 5 there. Speaking of which, I actually have enough room for another factory. War is a fundamental evil that must be avoided. Alright, but what should I put here? That's always a question for the ages. What's in high demand? Let's take a look at the trade screen. Currently my biggest export is glass, and biggest imports are still booze. Alright, so what's really needed? Machine parts... I'm not going to make a clipper convoy shipyard because... it's going to become very painful. Like, eventually the clippers just get completely phased out. Always with the dangerous people. Coalition reactionary got 59%. I was able to reach through there. And yes, so here comes the end of our episode. As we finish off the industry area for now, and I'll do my part. I should chip in a little. Wow, people in Alexander are actually starting to take attrition. What's the supply limit here? 45. God damn. Hello, trying to select troops here. Move them there, that's fine, right? Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna do my part here. There. Expanding that region. And I'll expand the railroads in, you know, the key region, because the faster it gets up, the more I get. But yeah, I don't know what another good factories to put it in here. You guys have seen the trade screen, you can tell me. Like I said, I'm not all that experienced to Victoria 2 yet. But based on my control of, I think it's luxury wood I have a very good control of, don't I? I forget what luxury goods factories require, but I have no wait. Yeah, actually I do. Because I have almost the whole of South America in my sphere of influence. So, and Africa, so, yeah, I have the ability to get a monopoly on that crap. Or near monopoly, I think there's some in Asia somewhere. Not bad, I could do that, yeah. That's a good idea. Maybe, we'll see. And I mean, then again, I can also get luxury clothes factories here as well. And luxury furniture. You know, just considering I do have the monopoly, and we need more factories here. Totally need more factories. There's even one of those factories there. Yeah. I'm just gonna upgrade the glass factory again. I can't employ enough people. I can't employ enough people fast enough. I'm creating as many jobs as I can here. Oh well, thank you everyone for watching. And I will see you guys for episode 2, as I try and employ more people. Friggin' economies. Hate my economy. Hate these capitalists. Thanks everyone. This is Galvin, signing off.